Oh boy, boy howdy, folks. Let me just start off by saying I really screwed the pooch here. You know, all eight of you at home watching right now, you've been sitting there, you've been waiting, you've been twiddling your thumbs, waiting for this new episode, and man, have I just been really dragging my heels, and it is a real darn shame if I do say so myself. But I've got good news because although I said last time I'm probably going to go check out the Gundam bases, the big issue is they are all the same things. So we'll take care of that later. I got something better for you. I took a step outside of Seoul and I went to the south. I went to a little beach town known as Busan, and it's a real lovely place. But more so than that, it's got a diamond in the rough. And that diamond in the rough is called Annieland. Now let me give you a little backstory here. I did some research and I kept on pulling up these results for a place called Comic World, which turns out it's just the name of a convention, which I'll cover later on. But I got the address and I've got all the details of where it should be in Busan. So while I was there, it took me some tracking down and asking a lot of people for directions, but I managed to find it on the second floor of this just sleepy little alleyway right in the middle of downtown Busan. I'll pull up the map right here showing you where it is. It's a bit of a walk, but it's a pretty nice place. So going in, you're looking at a pretty decent sized, shop. It's going to be a mostly manga related, and boy howdy, if you can't read Hangul, you might be up a creek because that is the only thing there. Turns out if you're in Korea, you might have to learn how to read Korean. So that being said, there is still a lot offered. I mean, it's like a literal freaking library of just manga and dojin. Uh, but on top of that, it does have a pretty nice selection of little knickknacks and figures. It looked at the moment there was a big thing going on with Love Live. The tides of trying to change with the attitude in this country. No longer people really interested that much in One Piece per se. It's honestly Love Live and Osumatsu-san for whatever reason. The girls really like Osumatsu-san and the guys really like Love Live, which it should be the other way around, but hey, six of one, half dozen the other. It sells. So going in, like I've said, you got a lot of books, and if you can read the language, you are made in the shade because they are pretty alright prices, especially if you're comparing them with the US dollar. While I was there, I picked up volume 1 and 2 of the light novel for High School DxD. Now, can I read it? No. Hell no. I can't even comprehend what that says. But it's got pretty pictures, and it came with a nice little glass cleaner for your filthy glasses. A real primo cloth. So I've got that, and it was cheap, so why not? That, and they also have a lot of 19 plus stuff there too, if you're interested in that. Obviously, the big issue is you're in Asia, so you're seeing boobs, and that's about it. But that being said, you've got a lot of figures you can also look with, and a couple plushies if that's what you're into. On the back end side, we're looking at a good amount of pretty pricey figures, but they're also really high quality. I mean, very good detail. There are some that are like cheaper. The one I picked up was like a $20 Shitogi from Nisekoi. It's not pretty, but it was cheap, and they had like a boatload of them, so I picked one up. Um, so, you take with a grain of salt. But everything else there is honestly really good, and if I had more money, I probably would have walked out with more than just 2 figures. But, you've got figures. There's also, in the corner, there's this really neat... They've got like this fake tree covered in just like sketches that people have done. Like, there's this whole little table set up, and you can just freaking draw whatever you want. I mean, obviously, it's probably going to be anime related. And then you just hang it on the tree, and bish bash bosh, you're a part of the collection. So, it's a very unique place for what I was expecting. I went there twice. Once just with one of my buddies, and then the second time was with everybody in my group. So like I said, your main component of the store is going to be mangas. So they've got it all kind of detailed out by new and popular, continuing series. You've got it set off by horror. You've got it set off by adult. Hell, there's even like a fucking corner just related to boys' love. So you're in good hands if you're looking for literature. Especially if they've got a lot. The package I had was volume 1 and 2. It seems like they usually combine the two and add some extra little gift with it, like just some knickknack. And that's pretty cool. My buddy described it to me. It's like a mom and pop anime store. So, seems pretty neat. They do have a website. I'll link that in there. And their logo is Totoro from the Ghibli films. I don't know if it's a chain. I can't really find out if it is or is not. But, like I've said before, this place really loves Studio Ghibli stuff. In a later segment, I might show you the Ghibli world that is in one of the malls here in Seoul, and it's just like all merchandise in a big foresty themed area from all the films. So it's definitely a nice place to check out if you're looking for anime stuff or just manga stuff, period, in Busan. Because Busan is apparently if Jeju is the Hawaii of Korea, Busan is the Panama City, respectively. So it's pretty alright. I mean, it's covered with old people, so it's already like Florida in that respect. But like I said, it's a real neat little place. Usually too, if you get enough little stuff, they'll give you like bookmarks and pins and just whatever's, of anime stuff, and be like, hey, thanks for coming by, blah 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 blah, Korean, and then you say your kamsahamnida and then you head out. But it's a real cool place, and I definitely suggest you check it out if you're in the neighborhood. I'll provide some links to all the resources I used, as well as kind of keep the map up there a little bit longer for you to see what we're working with. Because like I said, it's a little bit hard to find if you've never been in the area before. As long as you head down this route and you just keep your eye out for a big sign that says Aniland with a little Totoro outline, you'll be peachy keen. So that's all for this one. Probably my next one is going to be about the comic world. It's in Seoul. It's a cool little convention. So hopefully we'll get to check that out. Thanks for watching.